Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club. Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club. Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club. Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club.
It's all that shit stuff.
Hello and welcome to Tom and Ollie's Big Kids Club. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah. But how have you been anyway, though?
Yeah, it's been alright. It's been a busy year. Been a weird year.
Yeah.
That's why we haven't...
I'm looking forward to getting rid of this year, to be
Yeah.
honest. But there we go.
So yeah, that's why it's been a bit lacking. We've been really busy with work and personal lives and stuff like that. So it's been a while we've actually been able to get together to do this, so...
Which is very nice.
Consider yourselves lucky.
All two of you. So what was I going to say? So what's gone on that we haven't talked about in the last probably 6 months? The first thing I'd like to bring up, because we were talking about it before, is we've just had the new Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Star Wars trailer. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit moody teenager or grumpy old man, one of the two. More grumpy old man. But it's not giving anything away. There's a load of beautiful shots there. Could mean anything. Is it J.J. Abrams who's gone back to direct this as well?
Yeah, because Coven Trevorrow was supposed to do it and he was fired, wasn't he? Or he left.
Yeah, so I'm sort of looking forward to seeing what J.J. does, but I just want to have some form of closure with this film. And
we did have that in 1983, but then they
well, I was
decided
quite
to-
happy with that closure.
The teddy bears were all celebrating. It was a good times.
Fucking what's it? I was going to say
Yeah,
Gwildor. Then that's definitely the wrong film. The Rancor was celebrating. No, what's the name of?
He definitely wasn't celebrating under that.
What's the name of the little teddy bear? The fucking
Wicket.
Wicket. Yeah. Who went on to do some incredible movies afterwards.
And Tenable.
Tenable.
Not seen Tenable.
No.
So Warwick Davis presents a quiz show called Tenable.
Right, okay.
Where you have to kind of...
Oh, you mean the physical actor?
Oh, not
I was
Wicket.
going to say, if Wicket was doing a quiz show, I'm all over it, man.
I'd watch it every day if he was wearing that costume. I'm sure he could fit into it.
Yeah, I'm straight, man. Imagine him doing QI. That'd be amazing. But yeah, so my views are, I want to see some closure to the characters that we've loved over the years. I know one's dead. One's either going to die in this or...
Well, I mean, in real life, Carrie Fisher is dead.
Yeah.
I mean, so somehow they've managed to compile... They've managed to get her in the film using footage from the previous two movies.
Which
I don't know how they've
worries
done that.
me in a certain sense. I know it's like they can do amazing things with CGI, this, that and the other, but I've just got a horrible feeling.
I don't know. I mean, Luke died in the last one, but obviously he'll be back as a Force Ghost, I guarantee.
I think
and
a
they've shown
physical Force Ghost as well.
Well, they've shown that with Yoda in the last one. I love Last Jedi, but they've shown that.
What's the fucking milk about, man?
That was the best bit. His face is like, yeah, I'm doing it.
You're so, yeah.
But they've shown that he can physically interact with the world because Luke can physically do stuff in.
Because man, it fits like Star Wars to me. It's Luke.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it will
Skywalker saga.
Yeah. So it's got to be. So we're going to talk about Rey's parentage.
Well, my theory is, and I'm sure it's like everybody's theory, is that she's a clone of the Skywalkers. So she's probably got like.
Because I've avoided all theories, but that makes a lot of sense.
Like if you watch like the scene in the second one when she's down in the bottom of the cave or whatever, a bit like like Luke in the cave and he fights Vader.
Yes, yeah.
It's a bit like that, but she puts her hand on the ice or whatever it is, and sees that infinite like reflection. So I reckon that she's some sort of clone or something.
And the other thing is from the...
And there's a precedent of clones in Star Wars.
There is. Attack of the Clones, that was a great movie. Best one. What was I going to say? I've completely forgotten. Oh no, that was it. I think the trailer before this one, you saw an evil Rey.
Oh yeah, so there could be another Rey basically. Yeah. I don't think the Rey.
No, I don't think she's going to go dark. Which I think would be amazing. If the last one, she was like some sort of sleeper.
Well, I thought in the last one they could have gone that route because I thought it was going to go there, but they didn't do that. But,
I think I'm going to watch, like, obviously with it coming up so soon, I'm going to rewatch all of them again. As you do. I might avoid the first 3 videos because I don't think I've been... First films.
It's really weird because I think what they've done with Star Wars, they've released them too soon. Like the whole, like with the original films and even the prequels, there was 3 years between them, so it always felt like an event.
Well, it was
but now we've had, it was only like 3-4 years ago that Force Awakens came out. It wasn't that long ago.
Crammed into such a short
and you've had Solo and Rogue One, which
I enjoyed Solo.
Solo was alright, but I didn't like Rogue One. But I liked Force Awakens, and I really liked Last Jedi. But I just feel like the specialness of Star Wars has kind of dwindled for me. But having said that, The Mandalorian looks wicked.
I did like the look, and that game looks fucking
the game is
incredible.
Because apparently it's going to be more open world, so it's like a bit like. Did you ever play the Lord of the Rings game, Shadow of Mordor?
I love that game.
Apparently it's like that kind of thing.
Oh, fantastic! Because I sent you a link to where he's getting on top of an AT-AT.
Oh yeah, it looks wicked.
And I was just like, if that's open
is that
world,
the AT-AT with like the beard thing?
Yeah,
wicked.
it looked really good. I mean, going back to the film, like Rogue One, you were talking about.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you saw the first like trailers for that, and they were in like that sort of?
Do you mean the trailer where nothing actually appears in the film?
Yeah. So like you've got like AT-ATs walking through like this lagoon.
Yeah.
And it looked I was just in my head. That's completely different. It looks amazing, but as you say, I wasn't into the film.
It's just because I think the characters, you just didn't really care about the characters, and you knew they were all going to die. So
because all these films look wonderful, they look beautiful, but I don't think I don't love the characters. Do you know what I mean? And I have maybe it's because I'm.
Well,
old.
The characters I love are Chewie, Han, Luke, the ones. That
to be fair, the one bit that I was like, ooh, but I think when C-3PO goes, I'm just taking a look at my friends.
Yeah, you've got the bit where he's got the red eyes as well. Like,
yeah.
I was in Forbidden Planet, and they've got the figure of him with the red eyes in there.
Yeah,
and he looks like he's wearing Chewbacca's like belt.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, what's going on there?
Because what's the other thing? Because is it a book where they explain why he's got? Is it a red hand?
Oh, probably a comic book or something.
I think
but apparently Anthony Daniels didn't like having the red arm.
Right, okay.
I was watching him on the one show yesterday.
He's a bit up himself though, isn't he?
Just a little bit. He's a thespian though.
He's a little bit of a bitch. So the Ghostbusters movies, Ghostbusters movie. Wait there, fucking hell. So the Ghostbusters movie has wrapped.
It has wrapped, yeah.
You've got some crackers in there. Paul Rudd, I think he's a really good one to have cast in there.
Well, he was always in the. Everyone always wanted him when they were saying we're gonna get 4 funny guys to play Ghostbusters.
He'd be fucking perfect.
And they always thought he was gonna be. He would have been one with like Seth Rogen.
I was just about to say the one thing I wouldn't want is Seth Rogen. The other
that was the original thinking. Even when they did the girls Ghostbusters, they thought let's just get 4 funny girls.
Yeah.
And that would be it. But no, they've thought a bit more about this, about who they want to cast and stuff. So
and it's going to be about the next generation, isn't it?
Yeah,
as Star Wars has done.
So you've got the kids in it are the main folks. You've got Finn Wolfhard, who's from Stranger Things, and the girl who I think is in Haunting on Horse Hill. Haunting on Hill House. No, hang on. One of them. Fucking hell.
The Haunting on House Hill? Hill House.
Hill House.
The Haunting on Hill.
The Haunting. Jesus Christ.
Believe it or
not,
we're not drunk or stoned.
Yeah, she's in that.
She's in that fucking thing.
But yeah, and also, not only that, have they finished Ghostbusters, they finished Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Excellent. That's going at the start. That's going at the start.
Yes, I can't wait for that one as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. I mean, like they've done this thing, and I don't want this to sound. It's probably going to come out the wrong way, but it seems as a thing, like with the Ghostbusters, where they've got the women doing the Ghostbusters, and it looks like they're doing a similar thing with Bill and Ted, which I think is completely like.
Oh, their daughters. Bill and Ted.
And then you've got Jane and Silent Bob.
Who've done the
same thing, and I think it's good, and it's about time like that women got a reflection, like it was reflected that everybody's equal, blah 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 blah. But I do kind of. Do you think it detracts away from the original story, or makes it? It didn't work with the Ghostbusters.
Well, no, because that was different as well. They didn't use the legacy characters in that.
No.
They kind of thought, no, this is its own thing.
Had
they maybe have incorporated those characters in... And
is Bill Murray in the Ghostbusters?
Yeah, he's never not done a Ghostbusters film. Oh, do you mean he's in the new one?
Yeah. Possibly?
I don't know.
Because Dan Aykroyd, when I was watching...
Dan Aykroyd's in it.
Dan Aykroyd... Mate,
Ernie Hudson's in it.
He's the only one who, just through and through, I'm making a Ghostbusters film. Because I didn't realise how batshit crazy that guy is.
Oh, man, he's
an alien...
Oh, yeah, he's a full-on...
I watched a
conspiracy nut.
Well, listen.
He believes he's had sex with a ghost, I think.
Yeah, he does.
Or a ghost abused him?
No, I don't think it's abuse. He said, because I remember listening to this while I was falling asleep, and he was talking to Joe Rogan, and he said he felt a spirit get into the bed next to him and just cuddle him all night.
Is he sure he's not confusing the scene in Ghostbusters where he gets a blowjob from a ghost? Or was that real life footage?
But he's also said that he's seen aliens. He's not been abducted, but he's seen about 4 different alien visitations.
My stepmother's an alien. Is he getting these like films and his real life?
Well, Coneheads.
Yeah,
it's like
I was brilliant that film. I was watching
that fantastic. Do you know another? I know it's not here.
Have you noticed that when he talks, he'll sometimes go into that? Hello, he goes into that.
I think he plays himself. Like I think if you went to I can imagine like the best sort of. It's all the Saturday Night Live characters in a sense, actually. So, like, is John Candy with Saturday Night Live as well?
Yeah, no, I don't think he was. He may.
I always confused because Bill.
He may have been the Canadian one that had
yes,
Rick Moranis and stuff like that.
Yeah. But it's those characters I'd love to be at, like, not that I do house parties, but I'd love to go to a house party with those guys. You know what I mean? Like in their heyday. Bill Murray.
They would have been
John
all coked off their head, man.
What's his name as well from Blues Brothers?
John
Belushi, just like taking speedballs. But those are the uncles you wish you had.
Have you seen that book that's come out? I forgot what it's called now. That's it, Wild and Crazy Guys.
No,
and it's all about those guys. It's cool, though.
That looks wicked.
Yeah. So that might be one we might have to read.
Oh, that looks ace. Because Eddie Murphy's just done a new film.
Oh, Dolomite, the making of Dolomite.
I was watching it last night. It's actually really funny.
The guy who shot that. Have you seen it?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, you've watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. The guy who shot that cinematographer's doing Ghostbusters, so apparently it looks quite good. So.
It looks wonderful. I mean, Eddie Murphy's just Eddie Murphy, isn't it? I know he's...
But no, Eddie Murphy can be like... There's shit Eddie Murphy, but then there's on fire Eddie Murphy. Is he on fire Eddie Murphy?
He's playing Dolomite. I don't know who Dolomite is.
Have you ever seen Dolomite, the film?
No. The actual film.
Go on YouTube and watch it. Not now. But later on.
Because I was just interested, because obviously I've never heard of Dolomite until that came out. What?
Have you ever seen Black Dynamite?
No, I don't think so.
Black Dynamite's like a spoof of Dolomite, but Dolomite's pretty much just.
So that's actually him.
Anyway.
And nuts, because it looks like Eddie Murphy as well. Put on weight for the role.
Yeah, but he also is 60, so...
Oh, I couldn't tell if he's put it on or if because he's doing Coming to America too as well.
Yeah, but they're making it like PG, so it's like... The whole point of the last one was...
It was the best film ever...
The Royal Penis?
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant, that film is.
Hey, buddy, fuck you! Yes, fuck you, too.
I absolutely... I adore that film. So they're making it a PG.
Yeah.
As long as what's-his-name's in it, the one with the Jerry curl. You know, the guy who does the singing in it. Obviously plays all the characters.
It's Randy Watts.
That's it. Best character in that.
Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate. But yeah, so I watched that Dolomite. I thought it was really good. Just Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Bill and Ted. I'm just hoping. I don't know. It could be so easily fucked up.
Well, it's got the director of Galaxy Quest, and I really like that film. So hopefully, I've got some hope in it.
Yeah.
And as long as they can stick to the tradition of because Bill and Ted 2 is so different to Bill and Ted 1. I hope that Bill and Ted 3 is very different to.
I hope we get Legion in it again, or it's some form of space travel, or some
Legion Station.
Station, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Death's in it. I'm hoping. This is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Death is married to Missy.
Oh right, yeah. Oh Christ!
Well, it's gone from Bill's dad to Ted's dad now to.
Or maybe Bill could be married to her.
Well, no, they've got the princesses.
They've got the babes.
Have you watched any films recently? Like, what have you watched?
I went to go and see it because I passed my driving test. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. I've got a car outside. I've driven it to my mum's and back, and to town a few times. But my nerves are shot at the moment. But when
get there, just
3 days after passing my test, I was like, I'm going to see the Joker. And I remember going to Rubery to the cinema when I was a kid, and I remember it being 5 minutes away. It was a half-hour drive, so I nearly had you know when you've just passed your test and you have someone bib you, and then my nerves were shot. But I got to Rubery Cinema, but couldn't get across the bypass, so I had to come home. So I would have loved to have seen the Joker. But you've seen it, haven't you?
I've seen it, and it's really weird. Like, my sister loved it, and she's like, "You're gonna love it, you're gonna love it." Because, I'm a big Batman fan.
Yeah.
I mean, Batman's not in it and stuff, and I'm well aware of that, and I know, what it's about and stuff.
Yeah.
But I fucking hated it.
Honestly,
I just hated it. It was miserable. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be like a laugh a minute, but it was just miserable, self-indulgent. But worst of all, it was just boring. Like,
really,
the ending's really predictable. What's going to happen? And like, don't get me wrong, Joaquin Phoenix is really good in it.
And I know it's all dreams within dreams, and like you don't know if it's happened.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but I don't care about that. At the end of the day, if the story's not that interesting, it's not. It just didn't do anything for me.
No.
And like, for me, I think the Joker's a character who's better as less is more, because it's a very showy performance.
Right, I know he's doing all that stuff with his body.
And, he's like
everyone's getting. But to be honest with you, I think if the way to win an Oscar, it's like just lose loads of weight.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, do stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? There is a formula to the way people go, he's a great actor.
It's got two buzz things. I mean, buzz thing sounds a bit horrible, but like it focuses on like gun culture a bit.
Which is obviously in the...
And mental health, which is, rightly so, is quite an important thing in the moment.
Yeah.
But I don't know if The Joker was the film to kind of...
No.
And like other films have tackled those, and better films, but because it's such a high platform...
I haven't watched it, but Joaquin Phoenix was in a film, I think it was the film before this Joker film, where he was actually playing someone with mental health difficulties.
Okay.
Around a similar... But it bombed. Or like it... No,
well, yeah, I mean...
if that film didn't have the Joker...
Well, this film could have been... anything. It could have been called Killer Clown, have no ties to Batman whatsoever, and it'd be exactly the same.
Were there any ties to Batman at all?
Oh yeah, like Thomas Wayne's in it.
Oh, okay.
Bruce Wayne's in it.
Okay.
Alfred's in it. It's set in Gotham.
Oh right, so it's not completely...
No, but you can take that out and it would be exactly the same pretty much.
Because like it is King of Comedy mixed with...
Oh, Taxi Driver. That's all it is. I mean, he's pretty much... The director's pretty much said that's...
And he's a bit of a gimp, because like I can't remember the name of the director, but he did the Hangover movies, and the reason he said he's gone away from the comedic genre is because of this...
Oh, SJW, like kind of, he doesn't like the fact that you can't
basically be a sexist piece of shit.
Well, it's just... You can still be funny without being racist and homophobic.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
But like, I watch Adam Sandler films, and like some of the shit, and I'm laughing, but like, what's his name? The guy who's in all the Adam Sandler films, and you can do it, kick his fucking head.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider, man. How that guy still has a career after some of the like character portrayals he's done.
I don't know if he does. Have you seen him in anything recently?
He's done a series where he's playing himself. The Stapler. You started watching South Park again.
Oh yeah, I had a 10-year sabbatical off.
Which is amazing, because I'd love to go back to watching all those.
Well, they're on Netflix.
With not having watched like 10 years worth and just go, oh fucking hell.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, I just started going back to watching the episodes that I remembered that were really good. So I've watched like Imagination Land and watched like the 3-parter and Fish Sticks and Fun with Weapons, which is a good one, and then Warcraft one's wicked as well.
I love the
and Major Boobage,
the homage to heavy metal.
That's it. That's Major Boobage.
Is that Major Boobage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they're sniffing cat.
What's it called? Squeezing or
cheesing.
And Kenny's just like, man.
There's a brilliant one I watched the other day where they get into cockfighting, but it's like Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
So it's magic cockfighting or whatever, or I can't remember what it is. But Randy thinks it's something different. It's like cock magic. That's it. Yeah, and he starts doing magic with his cock.
I used to do it in college. That's so good. It's so good. But like those guys, I don't know how they've got away with the stuff that like they've pushed the envelope so far that people just go, oh, it's South Park now.
Oh, they're geniuses. Like
absolutely. Like because I watched it today. Because it just popped up. You know, is it 6 Days to Air?
Oh, yeah.
And they are just geniuses. Like, absolutely. Like, the part in that, though, where they go to the Grammys or the Oscars or something like that.
Is that the movie? For the movie? Or
they won it for... I think it's something... It was the early days of South Park. But they went to the Oscars.
Is this when they dressed up in dresses?
And they both dropped tabs of acid. And, like, they put the footage on the documentary. And you're just looking at... not Trey, Matt. The one with the curly hair, and he's just there with like glasses on, just looking absolutely obliterated. Like people asking him questions, but they didn't mention anything about the dresses. So when people were asking them, "Well, why are you guys wearing dresses?" They just go like, "Well, it's a fantastic night, isn't it?" It's just absolutely brilliant.
Have you seen Book of Mormon yet?
No, but it's coming to Birmingham.
It is, man. You've got to go and watch it. It's so good.
When's it coming?
I think it's March.
I'd love to go and see it.
But it's brilliant. Like, if you haven't
but
heard...
I've said to you, like, my thing is musicals. I despise them. But like, if it's South Park,
like, don't listen to the music before you go, because it's like Disney music, but kind of
absolutely toilet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I might get some tickets to that, man.
That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. So I watched the Alien documentary, which was called. Here we go. This is where my brain's not going to work.
Right there. I'm going to do some fact checking because I want you to watch it because it's absolutely brilliant.
Okay, it's not the one on the DVD, is it?
No. It's a new one. It's on The Origins of Alien Memory.
Okay. Is it on Amazon or something, or did you have to pay for it?
It was on Sky, so I paid like £5 for it or something like that. But I didn't really, because when you think of Alien, you always think of H.R. Geiger and Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Well, the person who actually wrote the script,
Dan O'Bannon.
Yeah, I didn't know much of his history.
Oh, he did Return of the Living Dead and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, like, where is it?
But he sadly passed away a few years ago, didn't he?
I don't know. To be honest, it's Dark Visions of Dan O'Bannon. That's it. Yeah, because on the first Alien that Geiger did, it says O'Bannon's Alien in the corner, if you look.
Yeah, I think O'Bannon was the one who said this is what our alien should look like.
And the studio were actually had written H.R. Geiger off.
Really?
Until Ridley Scott came back on and said, no, this is what it has to be. But if you watch it, it's like a completely different history to the one I knew. Do you know what I mean? Like, I knew most of like the Ridley Scott stuff, but like this Dan O'Bannon goes into a bit more of his life. Really interesting.
Have you ever watched the making of Prometheus?
I have, yes.
There's a brilliant bit where, like, before Geiger died, obviously he was like, they brought him on as a consultant or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like going around the office. He's like a little man, isn't he? And he's like,
yeah.
What do you think of this? And they're like, yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I like it.
What was he drawing?
Just weird shit.
Yeah.
Penises, probably.
He does look a good cock, doesn't he?
Did you ever see his design for the Batmobile?
No.
Yeah, he did a Batmobile design. Let's have a look, see if we can find it.
Well, he wasn't part of that film, though.
If you look at the Batmobile from Batman Forever, it's got like a bit of a Geiger influence to it.
It has, hasn't it?
With like all the tubes going through it. But his one was, this is it.
What is that?
Batman-mobile.
Batman-mobile.
Based on scissors.
Is he real?
Of course he's batshit crazy. But if you look at the actual...
To be fair, it's fantastic.
But if you look at that one, you can see where the Geiger influence
You can see where the influence like goes into it, can't you?
While we talk about Batman, we now have a new Batman.
Huh?
You know the cast Batman?
No?
Yeah, so it's Robert Pattinson.
So...
Who I'm actually so happy with because he's fucking wicked.
If anyone is slagging it off... I think the film. I've not watched the film yet, but just from the trailer, I can see
The Lighthouse.
Yeah,
Oh, it looks so good.
It looks amazing.
I can't wait for that
it?
film.
And how it's shot. Cause what's the type of film? Like 30. Because it's shot in that aspect ratio.
I think he was even using.
I think he used that. Yeah, and it looks incredible. I think I already know the story.
For what? The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Oh right, I haven't really thought about it. I've just watched the trailer.
It's. Do you want me to spoil it?
No, shush.
No, I don't know this for a fact.
I don't want you to.
It's my theory.
No, I don't want to hear your theory.
It's right though.
To yourself.
It's totally right.
But yeah, and they've also cast Gordon, so they've got Jeffrey Wright as Gordon. Do you know Jeffrey Wright?
Jeffrey Wright, no.
He's in Westworld.
Oh, the bald one.
Who
plays the evil gunslinger? Oh,
that good guy. So he's the first black Commissioner Gordon.
He'll do it for
yeah,
right. Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman.
Zoe Kravitz, who is
Lenny Kravitz's daughter. And also
yeah.
Jason Momoa's stepdaughter.
I hope
so Aquaman's her dad or stepdad.
What? So what? Do we know anything about the?
We know Paul Dano is playing the Riddler.
The Riddler's going to be in it.
Paul Dano's wicked though.
Paul Dano. God, show me.
Have you ever seen There Will Be Blood?
Yes.
He's in that.
Oh, I know who you're on about. Yeah.
So he's quite a cool, smarmy looking.
He'd do well as the Riddler.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It starts filming in London in January.
In January, so what are we talking? A couple of years away.
I think it's 2021.
And what are you hoping from this film?
To be honest, I don't know. To be honest, I'm just hoping it's good. Like the last Batman iteration, I wasn't a fan of.
Shit.
Yeah, I didn't like. No. I mean, Nolan Batman, I love that, but
no, Zack Snyder we're talking about.
But yeah, I wasn't digging that.
No, I mean, he's going through his shit at the time, but
it's just unnecessarily bleak.
Yeah, and like I don't know. I would have liked to have seen what's his name, the Jaw, who played Batman in those films.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. I would have liked to have seen him reprise the
role.
I
think he could, under a better director, he could have been fine. And I actually like Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yeah, I do.
And I think they were just given a disservice with the material they were given. And I think
not being able to get rid of his moustache.
Have you seen him with the moustache as Superman?
No.
He looks cool, man.
Absolutely. I like having the thing here. I know it's probably not very good for these guys.
Like, I mean, if you look at what they did to him, they're like completely...
He looks so much better with the tosh.
Well, that's not real. I mean, look at that, though, man. Where is it? I mean, look at that. They do that. What's the face app they use now?
I don't know.
You know when they like do the face...
I know what you're on about, yeah.
But that looks better than whatever that fucking thing is.
It's a grimace.
Oh, dear. But no, they released a picture, and I'm trying to think where it is.
All of it, man. That's genius.
I'll have to try and find the picture and I'll put it up here, but that's it. There, look.
Well, what's
I
the
think that's
problem
cool.
with that?
I think that's cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about
the rubber lip he had in there.
The funny thing about the moustache is he had to keep it on because he was doing Mission Impossible.
Right, okay.
But it ended up getting delayed anyway because of Tom Cruise's
broken leg.
So we could have saved it off in the end anyway. But yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched a Mission Impossible since the first one.
I love the first one. Second one was rubbish. Third one was a bit... I haven't really watched any of them since.
No, it's just... But it's mad that these movies still make money. Do you
know
what I mean?
They're not like... They're not like Marvel movie money. It's like...
But like they tick along for the
But
studios,
they're like one of the last kind of films that... Like, if you look at films now, they're not like... back in the 90s, it was all about whose name is on top of the film.
Yeah.
Whereas it's not about that, it's about the IP now.
Right.
So like what? So Batman's the seller, not the actor playing Batman.
It's mad how it's
But like the Mission Impossible films are still sold on
Mission Impossible.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. It's a very 90s, early 2000s.
It's like Gemini Man. That film didn't work because
it would look terrible.
But you know that should have been like that's a Will Smith. But had that come out in the 90s, it'd probably been alright. But
yeah,
because originally that was supposed to be because it was written in the 90s and it's supposed to be like Harrison Ford.
Okay.
And then more recently, it's supposed to be Tom Cruise. I think he couldn't do it.
Oh, okay.
Which would probably work better because
for Gemini Man.
But if you look at Will Smith now, he still pretty much looks like how he did in the 90s.
Oh, it's nuts! Yeah.
So it's like that doesn't work. He's not like a washed up guy.
Whereas you know when they did Tron 2.
Oh, Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
The bad man. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. We've not planned this one at all, but it's just nice to hang out, to be honest. So I watched... I'm halfway through the new Swamp Thing series that has been cancelled.
Yeah.
Really enjoying it.
Yeah, I watched that one. It's good.
Like, the effects in it are great, and I know they had a bit of a budget to play with, and I think you were saying to me that they were due to get, like, a tax rebate.
Yeah, that's why they didn't make another series.
That's a gut to that is, because... Really, really good. Obviously, it's a series. Obviously, it's got its faults. But I think they've done it as a horror, which is what it needs.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, it really. And there's some. You know, I'm crap with horror movies.
Yeah.
There's some bits in it. I was just like, I'm turning this fucking off now. That's why I'm only halfway through, not to the end, because I have to wait till Nat comes back and turn the lights on. I really want to go and see it too.
It'll be out on DVDs.
To be fair.
I mean, I haven't watched that either, but I heard it's a bit of a step down from the last one. But again, I'm keep an open mind because I'll be better. But I always thought like reading a book and watching the original, the short, not the short, but the TV miniseries.
Yeah.
That the second half was always the weaker part.
Right, okay.
I think it's always scary with the kids, and then when he turns into the giant spider thing at the end.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he's not a giant spider in the book, though, is he?
I think he is.
No.
Yeah, he's not a spider, but he's
I was
like.
going to say he's like an alien type.
He's a creature thing.
Yeah.
But, I was going to say, what have I been watching? I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Do you know what? I've realised how not arsed I am about some of the films that have been coming out.
It was okay. I mean, like, the performances are great. Like, DiCaprio, I think, is one of the best actors. I think.
And Brad Pitt's in this as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
the two the heartthrobs.
Yeah, it's really long though, and if you're not into stories where it's just about characters kind of.
No, I love that.
Just going like, that's what it is. I would say the plot's very minimal to it, but
it's apparently it looks beautiful.
Oh, it looks amazing. It looks great.
And is it tied into all his other films?
No, but there's like, he's the Apple cigarettes or whatever he smokes.
Yeah.
That's like in it and stuff like that. So there's like those little things, but
yeah.
I think he's got two universes. He's got the real world
and
universe.
then the movies they watch in that.
Yeah, so like Kill Bill has Apple cigarettes and stuff.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But other films won't have them because they're meant to be the films within. They're meant to be the films that the characters in those films would watch or something. Weird, I don't know. So I watched the Jawbreaker documentary.
Oh, I watched that. It was on Amazon.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
I forgot how many good records they'd made.
Oh man, they're fantastic.
Like, because they recorded with Steve Albini as well for one of them.
Yeah, the album Before DU, which I've totally forgotten what it's called.
And I think that one's my favourite because it's just got that sound to it.
Yeah,
as
it's got that,
Albini sound.
Yeah.
And because there was a podcast I was listening to, Washed Up Emo podcast, I think it was, and they interviewed the guy from Jawbreaker, and he was the one who collected, like, over the years, all the footage. Like, because always you've got like the key holder to the vault of like a band's like legacy.
Yeah.
And he was saying he knew he had to collect it all because one day they'd want to do something like this. And I just thought that was amazing, just the idea that it's just all in his living room. Do you know what I mean?
Who was that? The bassist? Or
I think it was
the one who's got who's quite high pitched voice.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise, I never knew anything about them as like people and stuff and what they were like, and I thought it was quite interesting that the singer was the one who was hardest to kind of coax back into doing it again. And the guy with the glasses who's like, even though he was in it from the beginning pretty much, he's still the last person to join, and he was a bit of the outsider and stuff.
I felt for him, man. Like, I really felt for him because he was obviously like the kooky one, and I thought he was that. You can see how, like, because he was talking about like the Jesuses and stuff like that, and he was saying like one of the bass lines was exactly like a Jesus at the time, and he was obviously the one more into that side of stuff, where the other guy was just like a singer-songwriter.
His bass playing's ace though.
It was awesome, man.
Like, what's the song? I'm really bad, but the one that goes yeah.
I can't remember.
But his bass line on that, it's really nice.
Well, that.
It's a wicked bass line. So I saw them in May.
What a fucking
and they were so good. And the one thing I loved about the credits is they've got people doing covers of their songs.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's got the Mountain Goats. Do one cover
yeah.
Live the Heart of the Mountain Goats.
I Heart the Mountain Goats.
Dude.
I haven't listened to them in years.
Go and see them in a few weeks.
Yeah. I've booked tickets to go and see Hot Snakes.
Have you? I'm going to have to come to that. And Shellac.
Shellac's down in Brighton.
Well, I'm happily. When is it? Like,
I couldn't tell you. I haven't booked tickets.
It's December, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. But I'd like to go and see Chris.
Aren't they doing London Day as well?
I think they do. I'd rather go to Brighton though than London. Cause, like,
yeah, but you got to go to London then to
Brighton. I could do both. I love Shellac.
Are they doing them in sequential order? So
I think London and Brighton. It's London then Brighton. But I'm looking forward to seeing Hot Snakes. I mean, the last time I saw Hot Snakes was in Nottingham a couple of years ago, and they fucking tore the roof off the place. But afterwards, because like I've got two heroes as far as guitar playing is concerned. One's John Reese Speedo from Hot Snakes and Rocket from the Crypt, and then the other one is like Shellac. I just love your style. I've ripped it off for years. But I wanted to speak to John Reese and go, not do a fanboy, but just go, fucking nice to meet you. Anyway, so I got my moment, like after they'd played, he was in the bar, and I was like, right, I'll go and say well done with the show, man. You know,
this one a few years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago, yeah. And I was like, plucked up the courage, started walking over there, and a guy in a wheelchair just came past, and I fell over him. I hadn't had a drink, nothing like that. I just literally just toppled over him. fell pretty much into John Reese and just went, "Wicked show, mate," and walked off.
Man, I'm the worst at talking to about like.
I don't do it usually, man.
I went to see Converge, but I was like about 18.
Yeah.
And Jacob Bannon was just sitting on the side. And I'm really bad at talking to people in general, but give me a few drinks, I'm even worse.
Yeah.
And then, instead of even saying "wicked show, loved it," I just went to it, I pointed at his neck and I went, "Did that hurt?" He's got like a big tattoo on his neck and he goes, "Of course it fucking hurt." And I was like, "Wicked, see you later."
I've spoke to a few, like, cause we played like Supersonic Festival like years ago, and like one of my favourite bands is US Maple, who are fucking ace if you haven't listened to them. And I forgot, Al, the singer, he came and sat next to me while we were all eating, and I was like, "Fuck, it's Al." And I started talking to him and just realised he was a normal bloke, and actually had like a full-on conversation with him for a couple of hours, and that was amazing. But like sometimes, like,
I think if you're kind of in awe of someone,
yeah,
you kind of like.
And David Jow as well, who he later became sort of friends with. He played with Flipper in Nottingham, but I couldn't go. He got me on the guest list and he messaged me going, "Matt, he's going, why weren't you here?" I was like, "Well."
But yeah, I think if you kind of build it up in your head.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, like this year, me and you got to actually spend a good time with two of our idols. Like a good chunk of time. So we interviewed you interviewed.
I tried.
He interviewed
Geezer Butler, who was lovely.
And then, but we filmed him and we also filmed Tony Iommi, which was amazing.
Who, when we turned the cameras off, we asked the best question.
And we asked him about what happened when he painted Bill Ward gold.
Yeah, and obviously he didn't just paint in gold, he
lacquered him, and then he went into shock.
And went into anaphylactic
then they had to
shock.
Then they had to terps him.
Yeah, and I think Tony was saying that his mum phoned him up and gave him a bollocking. But Tony seemed like a right cheeky chap, didn't they? And like the other stories that he was saying about, like, I don't think it was when I was just watching like interviews with him, but I think it was Richard Branson's house that they stopped at, and they had a koi pond there, and he literally blew it up with TNT. Like fucking sticks of dynamite.
No wonder why he lost fucking his fingers. I bet he was prattling around.
But it's butter wouldn't melt when you talk to him. He's quite a ladies' man anyway, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? You can see
he's got that older gentleman coiffed hair.
Yeah.
Tinted glasses.
Lock up your daughters or mothers? No, I think daughters, to be honest.
But no, they were really cool, man.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You could tell that when we went to Geezer Butler's house, he'd not been in that house in years.
No.
Considering there was a VHS copy of The Sixth Sense in the lounge, I was like, this room's not been in about 20 years.
Yeah. But it's fantastic to go to his house, do you know what I mean? Because I was peeking through a door and I just saw like all the VHS and posters of like I think it's the 80s stuff Black Sabbath. I was like, this is fucking mental, man. I mean, a lot of people would kill to do that.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you for letting me join you on that.
No, it's good.
But sadly, you can't see those videos now unless they're online.
They're on. I think there's a few online, so we might share some.
Yeah, but they were shown at a Black Sabbath museum. Birmingham Museum. It was awesome.
It was. They had it. I think it was 3 months, and they had people from all over the world go. They had like a giant map on the wall, and like people were putting.
We've got ours. So I don't know what it looked like.
Did you see how many people went from Birmingham though? Because like I went like the closing week. And like it was that thick with stickers from just Birmingham. So it's like there were loads from everywhere else, but Birmingham it just seemed to like as you got closer to Birmingham, it just
became a mountain.
Yeah, it became a mountain. It was quite cool to look at, man.
But yeah, in there you could play guitars, like they're all hooked up to amps.
I had a little go. I realised I can't play guitar anymore.
They had Tony Iommi's recording studio in there. Yeah. Then they had this guy's living room there who's a super fan who's got like thousands of t-shirts. And I remember this lady was chatting to me because I went the day after it opened and it was his mom.
It was his mum?
That's my son's living room, that is.
Honestly?
Yeah.
What was his name? I think it was Chris.
Yeah.
I think his name was Chris. He was a nice chap.
Your fucking name's written down. Mine isn't though.
Oh, I'm sorry, Al. I didn't know my name was going to be on it, to be honest.
There's that big motorbike in there as well.
He was a very nice chap. He's been messaging me online.
Have you been playing anything?
Sorry.
So let me rephrase. Have you been playing any games?
Yes, I've been playing any games. What have I been playing? Bought Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I had a little tinker on that. I got bored of it.
I find those games, it's like you're playing for about half an hour, And it's almost like tutorial has ended. Here's the title credits, and you're like thinking, "What the fuck? This is the beginning now."
It's massive, and like you can get on boats, but there's nothing pulling me into it. There's nothing I'm really bothered about. I was playing Fallout 76 until they've now told us that it's £10 a month.
Oh yeah, they're charging now, aren't they? Charging cheek for a game that was completely broken when it first came out. Like, well, we fixed it now. We're going to make you pay.
And the only reason I was getting back into it was because they're bringing in like human NCPs, and they're going to have a whole new storyline to it.
Car parks,
NCP car parks. It's human NPC, isn't it? NPC, or
I don't know. Non-playable character.
I said NCP, didn't I? OCP, fucking Robocop. But yeah, so they're bringing a whole new story into it. So it's basically a whole different game. They're
right.
But they've bought this £10 thing. And I'm a bit sick of Bethesda. It's more ZeniMax, like the company above, who are just microtransactions.
Well, it's like, games like Fortnite and Overwatch that have kind of like obliterated everything. So they're all. I think they're all trying to like get in on that kind.
I mean, if you look at,
but they're free to play, though, aren't they? But
so you can understand that. Do you know what I mean? Well, I don't know. For me, I buy a game and I want the game. I want it working when I get it.
Well, we're from the era where that's what games were like.
If it was broken,
DLC,
it was broken.
That was it. PC games made. Sometimes you'd buy a PC magazine that would have new levels on the disc.
Yes, PC Gamer. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So that Fallout thing, I've sort of that's gone to the wayside. But Outer Worlds came out, I think, a couple of days ago.
That was cool.
And I'm really looking forward to playing that. I mean, I'm not a massive sci-fi gaming fan. I love sci-fi, but I think I'm gonna delve into this. I just wish they could have had the IP of Fallout and made their own game, Obsidian.
Right, got you.
Like, because it's theirs anyway. The guys at Obsidian made Fallout. Any other games? What I've been playing? That's about it. What about you?
I haven't really had time to play any games.
No.
I just played Mario Kart with my wife, and that's about it. And then I play Words with Friends with you. And
I was going to say, that's how lame it's not lame, though, is it? I love that game.
Yeah, it's good fun.
I think I'm winning at the moment.
I have to keep nudging you, though.
Yeah.
Fucking your move, dickhead.
Let's have a little look here. So, where am I looking?
It's my go, I think.
It is your go, isn't it? Let's find you. Oliver.
You're beating me, though.
281 to 241. 3 letters left after this.
Oh, bollocks. You've got a Y to use.
Yeah. Don't look at these! What are you doing? So yeah, we've been playing that. I
was gonna ask you first, though, are there any games that are coming out other than
Last of Us 2?
Yeah, I mean, it's been delayed till May, though, hasn't it?
And the Wastelanders DLC for Fallout 76 that I was looking forward to has also been delayed.
Star Wars game looks wicked.
Star Wars. Do you know how much that is to fucking pre-order?
How much?
£90.
The Star Wars game?
Yeah.
Not for the normal edition, though.
I swear it was.
Fact checking.
And I'm fact checking. This is why we've got this here.
I mean, I was looking forward to Death Stranding, but then I've seen the reviews that.
Are the reviews out for that?
Yeah, it came out today. It looks awful. Apparently, the mix. The word is that it's meant to look amazing, but be quite boring. So it's got moments that are amazing.
It did look like you were just a DHL driver going around and delivering packages to me whenever I've seen him.
No, because he's just running around.
Oh, right, $60 here. I must be talking shit. Well, I saw it for £90 somewhere.
It was probably like a special edition.
Yeah. But it does look amazing.
Did you get a real lightsaber with that special edition?
You just become a Jedi with that edition. Like, you just have to put £100 in their bank account. You become a Jedi, you get a card.
Nice.
In fact, has someone ever done that?
I don't know, but wasn't there like back in the 90s when people had to put what religion they were, the most people put down was Jedi.
Fantastic.
I don't know about you, but I've been quite brassic this year.
Yeah, I've been the other end of the spectrum from, what's the word? Having any money.
Yeah. But, so I haven't bought anything in ages.
No, I've been enjoying what I have on my shelves. And, yeah, it's sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a break from it.
Break from buying shit.
Yeah,
but it's nice when you get that knock on the door and you're like, oh,
I really do want to start getting some shit from like eBay again.
So that said that I've got no money, I did buy myself 2 things.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I found out I had to have another rear operation, which really fucking bummed me out.
I bet it did.
So I was like, right, I'm buying something to cheer myself up. It cheered me up for all of 20 minutes while I bought them, and then I put them on my shelf and I was like, well, that's that then. But I bought these because they're wicked.
They are nice.
And these are the Super 7 like classic collection. Like
they're really nice.
They're based on the cartoon versions of like He-Man.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've done a massive line, and you can get all the characters and stuff.
You can get all the.
So what they've done is they've done them all based on the cartoon,
and
then they've done ones that are a bit more like realistic looking.
And you've gone the
versions.
cartoon.
So I just went for the cartoon ones because they're the coolest ones. But you can have a.
I was going to say I was looking at this one earlier, and
So Super 7 don't have they don't have the Masters of the Universe license anymore. That's gone back to Mattel because as we were speaking earlier, Kevin Smith is doing a new cartoon based on it.
What's your feelings?
Well, apparently it's going to be anime inspired, which has.
I didn't like the look.
If you're going to redo a He-Man series that's going to follow on from the original cartoon, it should look like the original cartoon. I mean, it might well do. I mean,
like that whole what was the name of the company who made
Filmation.
I mean, it's a bit dated now, obviously, that animation.
Yeah, but the nostalgia would kick in. So if they could do it in that style, but with better animation, it'd be awesome.
Or just do a live-action film and do it properly.
Well, apparently they're going to, but I think...
I watched a little thing about how many different reiterations of the script there has been up until now.
Apparently they might be selling it to the rights to Netflix or something like that, so it might be a Netflix film or something.
I'm getting a bit pissed off with Netflix.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like... Do you not find all the films seem the same on Netflix?
I don't really watch them, to be honest. I watch RuPaul's Drag Race and that's about it.
Fucking hell, yeah. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
RuPaul's Drag Race is all Nat watches. And it's in England now, isn't it?
It is, so I've been having to watch that as well.
There's another one.
But I don't mind. It's like Caroline will watch it when we go to bed. And I'll fall asleep when it's on. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, it's still on. It's like I'm having a fever dream. It's like, I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
But it's like, I don't know, it's like being bludgeoned when you watch it because...
But sometimes it is.
Because you as an editor as well, you watch that and you see how fast it is and it makes me feel sick watching it.
Yeah.
Like, not because of the content. I've got no problem with seeing guys in dresses or whatever. It doesn't bother me at all. And so it shouldn't. But it's just I don't know. It's bubblegum, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
it's like watching Powerpuff Girls.
It's so bright.
Yeah. But there's another one that Nat's been watching. Oh, one I've been watching, The Kaminsky Method. Really good. It's by the guy who. This is going to put you off. 3.5 Men. 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men. And the other one, Big Bang Project.
Oh yeah, Chuck Lorre or something.
Yeah. So it's Chuck Lorre. So it's nothing like that.
Is it Chuck Lorre?
Yeah.
Was Chuck Lorre the guy who was in Confessions of a Dangerous Mind? I don't know.
No, I think you're right, Chuck Lorre. But yeah, it stars. Oh God, what's her name? The Welsh actress, and she's Michael Douglas. So it's Michael Douglas.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. I
had to get there from Catherine Zeta-Jones, but it is Michael Douglas who's in there.
My aunt she really believes that we're related to Catherine Zeta-Jones because she's from the Mumbles in Wales, where my family are from.
Yeah.
Which is a really small town.
Yeah.
But I think everybody there is called Jones. So it's a bit of a stretch. That's what she reckons.
Yeah, that Jones is quite a popular name, let's say, because in that work that you must be related to my wife.
Isn't she from Mumbles as well, or something like that?
She actually is.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Jones. But yeah, this Kaminsky Method. It's Michael Douglas and another chap, Jewish guy. I don't know the name of the actor, but it's about two old boys coping with their later life, and it's really funny and really good and really heartwarming.
Okay.
I'd recommend it. Anything else I've been watching? Nah.
This is so scatterbrained.
Yeah, I think we're both in the same boat.
I've got a big thank you to. I've got a shout out. So basically, I've got a friend on Instagram, and his name's Alan Cargill, but he goes under the name 122 and an 8.
Do you know right? Yeah. 122 and an 8.
122 and an 8.
What's that?
It's from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
But anyway, so he's really cool. He's got a toy shop in, I think it's, I might be wrong, but Glasgow, but definitely in Scotland.
Somewhere in Scotland.
And he's been kind enough to buy some of my turtles off me before, the ones that I make.
Yeah.
And last year he kindly sent me a little care package which had a comic book in it. And
I remember you telling me about that, yeah.
And because I'm an utter bastard, I never mentioned it on this. But just after my birthday this year, this package arrived, and it came with. Do you remember I got that Skeletor last year?
Yes.
Which I kind of did a bit of naughty swindling on.
Yeah.
He sent me the other characters in the wave, so he sent me Hordak, and they've they're kind of based on the original figures and that, but they kind of have the.
So they've got the rubber band in the middle.
No, they don't have the rubber band, but they've got the.
I mean, I'm looking at these Super 7 ones, and the articulation in these is really nice.
Well, I can't wait because, as I was going to say earlier, they've lost the rights for Heat of Master of the Universe. They've gone back to Mattel, but they're doing Turtles Classics.
Sick.
And so they're going to be that size with that articulation.
With this sort of style. So
and have you seen them? They look amazing.
No.
So they're basically based on like these figures.
Right,
in that kind of quality.
Yeah.
So imagine that it's like going from that to that.
Yeah.
So that to...
What are they called?
So you have a look at them. I have sent you pictures. So the first ones are going to be Raphael.
Is it the Bebop and Rocksteady you sent?
No, those are NECA and they're part of the cartoon line.
Beautiful, man. So Turtles, what would they could be called?
Just type Turtles Super 7.
Super 7.
So yeah, got He-Man as well. And She-Ra.
Nice. The fittest of all the the
I've got a
Ras.
sword in this box somewhere. There.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
Yeah, they look amazing, don't they?
No, it's cool.
So the first wave is
Excuse me.
Is Raphael, Splinter, Baxter Stockman, and a Foot Soldier.
They look really nice, don't they?
Cool. But yeah, anything else you want to talk about?
Brain's gone.
Brain's gone. So yeah, I think we could hopefully get back more into this.
I'm hoping so, definitely, man.
We've got some on the back burner that we still need to finish. So we've got like our favourite video games and that we did with Ash Tree.
We need to get that done.
We need to get that edited. We've got.
It's really good as well.
Yeah, we've got another Star Wars one with Rich that I need to finish editing, and yeah, man.
Okay, well.
All right then. Well, we better wrap this one up.
Let's wrap it up, and
we'll
next
try
time
and be a bit
we'll
more
awake
structured.
and structured. But we've been Tom and Ollie. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Follow us on Facebook, like us on
Remember,
Instagram.
Be excellent to each other.
Be excellent to each other. And phone home.
Eyes and tears. Do the sad.
I think there's something there anyway.